Hi, in this video I'll talk about how you can validate your SAP Cloud Integration iflows using, for instance, CPI-lint, unit test, etc., and thereby get the informations once you are moving into or doing transports. So we have for a long time had an option to export all of our iflows into a Git repository. This allows us to say, okay, whoever has made any changes, we will be able to see these iflow that has occurred and what they were that were going on here. Whenever FigAff synchronize, it will create a new version or put it into this ERT sync branch. What happens is if someone makes a change in an iflow, we will then create, and we can just look at the action later, is we will run a group pipeline that will then give us an XML here or a text set that says that there is a problem. And you can see that by the exit code equals 0, both from CPI-lint and from this unit test that we have added. This unit test is our built-in unit test that we can automatically generate when we are delivering integration, and this just makes the process a lot easier. And if we just look at the action here, we can then see the action here we have created. Here's the small validation we have. You should probably use something a little larger. And here we have the validation script, and you can also find this on our help page, where it should be here. Obviously, yeah, you should update it so it matches your scenarios, and there's probably room for improvements on how this can be improved. We can see it fetches all the data, runs these different steps, and when we then look here into the GitHub, here you can then see the actions that has been applied. There was a commit here on the iflow with the ERT sync branch. It ran this validation, and here's the result of this. So you can easily also see here the status here. This is obviously, you can add whatever you want in here, but the thing is also, once you then are in the FigAff tool, you can see this GitHub validation status. So this just makes it a lot easier for you to check, did we create this correctly? Was this really done correctly? And also, when you start to create a transport here on your landscape, you will also be able to see what the status of this transport is. So here we can see the status and see that it failed. And right now you cannot approve it before it, or you cannot send the item to approval before the status is correct. Probably at a later point in time we will add an option that say, okay, it's an information, both when you're sending for approval and when you're approving it, you should obviously consider, is this correct or not? But this just give it a little easier for developers to run. They don't need to be in Git to run these things, get the status of these things, and as a developer it makes it a lot easier. The only thing here, and also in the guide, shows you how to do it. You need to, with our sample GitHub actions here, this is what you need to do. Add this script here, and then in the FigAff tool you need to add on your pipeline a Git say integrate with pipelines, and then you will fetch it. This would obviously also work with all other scenarios that you have, and or GitHub or Git providers, they all have different flows. We have not provided any example on how to deal with this, but it should be pretty simple to take these scenarios and export them. One thing worth noting is obviously with the FigAff tool, we do structure the code in a little differently, so all of the code is extracted, and you can see it here. So I hope this helped. I hope you want to try it out and see how you can actually create some better processes with this addition. I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching.